Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Dinner for Two. I have a very, very great guest today, the one and only TJ Spurgin. Thank you for joining me, TJ.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I've been wanting to have you on, and I have been doing a terrible job of doing this consistently, and then you and Casey just pretty much put me on blast in the last episode of Nothing's Too Weird. So I'm like, all right, well, now I got to do it this weekend.
Yeah, and that's what Nothing's Too Weird's all about.
Putting people on blast. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Let's get down to business. I am eating mini pretzels today for dinner. What are you having?
I am having a jumbo hot dog.
Of course, I would expect nothing less. And what else?
Some cottage cheese.
Okay.
You know, just to dip into.
Why
not?
I find cottage cheese to be disgusting. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can dip everything in almost everything in cottage.
Almost everything.
Yep.
Is that kind of like is that like your ranch?
A little bit, yeah.
I think that's like a white Midwestern thing is ranch. Like I feel like people in Iowa can dip anything in ranch.
I think that was even on a list of things you find in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, on everything.
I'm guilty of it. I love me some ranch. I try not to, but sometimes I just can't help it.
Yeah.
So let's for those that don't know you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, as you know, my name's TJ, and as Casey would put it, I'm a power stylist, which means I'm a hairstylist.
This is a fact.
Yep. And I live in Des Moines and do hair in Johnston, and all around cool guy.
And I've only met you once in person.
Yes.
And you were dressed as an elf.
Yep.
And brought us a bunch of goodies to the whole Cold Sweats crew.
Yeah.
And actually, I was just going through my my wonderful calendar the other day. So
marking off important dates.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what was that?
My clock just fell off the wall.
Oh, okay.
So that was an alarm clock. I mean, it's time to start the show.
Okay. All right. Good deal. What are those outlines of like metal deer heads on your wall?
Yeah, they're wire. I won't kill any deer and hang their heads on the wall, but okay. I will put wire deer heads on my wall.
You're sure as hell put wire deer heads on the wall.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, I like them. I've never seen those before.
Yeah.
It's cool. I have my light switch.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, he's something else, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got my hair cut today.
I like it.
I thank you. I needed it cut very badly. But here's my problem. I feel like I have awful hair.
Why is that?
I don't know. Clearly, I don't have much. The hairline is slowly creeping back. And so I never know what to do with it. So I've already decided next time that I'm home, I've tried the Chupaca barber, and he did a very good job. I loved it. Now I want to see what you have, and I'm going to come to you next time I'm home.
Okay.
Accept
that challenge.
So I want you to come up with some ideas. Like I'm open. Whatever you've got, I want to see it.
That's what everybody says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Time you've heard that.
If I had a quarter.
It usually gets sticky after that though, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Gotta wash your hands afterwards.
Right, all right.
Maybe before, depends on the situation.
Yeah, you're a hygienic guy though.
Yeah.
Yep. And a gentleman, obviously.
Yes.
Sometimes you just got to go in dirty. Sometimes that's how I am.
Well, sometimes you're in a pinch.
It's true. That's so yeah, okay. So now that we got that out of the way, you were telling me that somebody left you a note on your car. So tell the story.
So I live downtown, and right next to my building is a parking ramp that I park in. And the lines are painted horribly. They are not even. So you could pull in and get out of your car and say, oh, I did a fucking awesome job parking in this spot. But then you go around the other side and it's all crooked. So I came home late from work one night and I didn't really care. And so the next day I walked out and there was a note on my car. And I was like, who left me this note? And it was just telling me about how horrible job I did parking.
Did you wait? Hang on. Did you think that it was like a love note from somebody when you first saw it?
Wishful thinking probably, but
Yeah.
I knew what kind of note it was going to be.
Really? If that was me, I would have been like, oh man, somebody like saw me. They thought I was so cute, and they left me a note, and then I would have opened it and been like, oh man.
They got a crush on you.
Yeah. Can't blame them.
Nope.
Look at this hair.
Yep, it's that hair. Welcome to my world.
So what did the note say?
It was complaining about how I parked. Apparently, I did a shitty job, and they couldn't get into their car. And it was on the back of their McDonald's receipt that must have been lining the bottom of their, like the floor of their car anyways.
Right.
And so at first I was mad, and then I thought, screw them. And then I thought, wait, this is on the back of a McDonald's receipt. So chances are I probably did an okay job parking. They just couldn't fit their fat ass into their car anyways, and they opened the door.
So it was a receipt. Did you look at the receipt to see what they bought?
No, because all I saw was McDonald's, and I thought, screw you, and I crumpled it up. And I should have saved it. I keep kicking myself because I thought it's a good conversation starter.
It is.
Just
it
put
is.
In a frame, set it on the table or something.
Right. Yeah. I honestly I can't remember the last time I had McDonald's, but if I did, I probably wouldn't admit it.
No. That's one of those secrets you just keep to yourself.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I compare it to like it's late at night, you're drunk, and you're like, you know what, I should just go home and go to bed. But it's like calling your like ex, like when you're at late night when you're drunk, like you don't want anybody else to know, but you know it's your last resort, and it's right there, and you know what to expect.
Yeah.
But
it's comforting.
It is. It is. And I'll never turn down a McDonald's cheeseburger, but I just don't go out of my way for it.
I would probably go out of my way for their French fries.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of my guilty pleasure.
McDonald's French fries.
Yep.
Okay, so this is gonna sound really bad. Have you ever been to Five Guys or tried Five Guys?
I'll save that for the next episode. The restaurant, no, I have not tried it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they honestly had the best fries I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
Yes. And I mean, their burgers are amazing too. But I don't know if there are any in Iowa.
Okay.
I went to one in South Carolina when I lived out there for a little bit, and they have one here that I have every once in a while. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing about living here now. I live in Phoenix. I have an In-N-Out burger right down the street, so there's no point in me going to McDonald's or some shit like that.
Nope. In-N-Out's the best.
It's it's amazing.
Yeah.
When have you been to In-N-Out? Did you go to California?
I feel like I went to one in Dallas.
I think there are some in Texas.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you got?
No. I think it was one
double animal style every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just everything and anything you can shovel in.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And you can also like their fries by themselves are shitty, but if you get fries animal style as well, bomb. Nice. Bomb dig. So I guess we should get back to this parking story.
Oh yeah.
I want to. Okay, this happens to me all the time, and I've been known to get kind of bad road rage every once in a while. But if I see somebody parked like really shitty, I won't leave a note, but I will just be like, "God damn it, you're a fucking jackass." You know, I feel like everybody probably does that.
Inner monologue.
Yeah, yeah. But I had a teacher in high school, and one day I was going through. He had like just folders of papers on his desk, and I was, for whatever reason, I don't even remember why, I was going through his folders and looking at everything. He had like papers that you could cut out little things and put on people's car, but they were like basically just saying like you park like a jackass. So like he had these like printed out, like ready to go. And since that day, I've always wanted to do that. It's like even just get like business cards printed out.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, when you get back to your car, go fuck yourself. Park like an asshole.
I like that idea.
Would that be better than the McDonald's receipt?
McDonald's receipt's a better story, but
Right.
yeah.
Because
But I like that though.
Yeah. I might have to do that. So some people I don't know.
I don't leave notes. I graciously go to the passenger side of my car and crawl my happy ass across it so they can go and get into my car if I can't get in.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I do that too, but I still want to cuss them. I live in an apartment complex, and every apartment has one covered spot that's yours. Nobody else can park there. And otherwise, it's free parking. Anywhere that's not covered, you can park. And so I let Kelsey park in the covered spot. So then I had to fend for myself. Well, there's one spot that is right next to the sidewalk. That's like the closest spot. And I mean, to me, it's like a common courtesy thing. Like if I've been parked there for a few days, then I'll move and let somebody else park there. There's been a truck parked there for at least a month now, and it has not moved. And every time I walk by that goddamn truck, I'm going to take my key and just go down the side of it and be like, fuck you for parking here.
I think this sounds like a McDonald's receipt kind of moment.
You think so?
Yep. I think you should go for it.
Is it? Am I taking that too personally? What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, you're a gentleman for letting Kelsey have the covered spot. And obviously you're a gentleman for always moving your car, but what do they look like?
I don't know. I've never seen them. I don't know if they leave their apartment. They don't get in
They don't. They're parked there all the time.
Literally, they haven't moved. I don't think the truck has moved one time.
Yeah. Nah, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad that this isn't irrational of me.
Because that's just like in the parking ramp when a motorcycle parks in a spot and you're coming up and if that spot's open and it's not. There's one that parks seriously in the same spot every single time I go drive by it.
It's awful. The motorcycles and those like really short cars.
Yep.
I'm like driving through the parking garage and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this is a spot. And then I get ready to pull in and there's one of those cars pulled all the way up. I'm like, I cuss them too.
Yeah.
Man, parking. You got me going on a roll now. As Casey would say, I'm on one.
Roller coaster.
What's that?
Just you're on one.
Yeah. Scott, did you listen to that episode? Scott didn't think that you're on one is a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it before, but I guess I never really thought anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed everybody knew that. He's really on one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Scott's on one, I think.
He's a winner.
Let's talk about something else
that
gives me anxiety. I got a couple things that gives me anxiety.
Okay.
One of them is actually that we didn't talk about at the beginning of the show that we have to talk about is pooping.
Yes.
Let's get that out of the way first. Do you wipe sitting or standing?
I sit for everything, so
I don't know about this.
I know.
Cancel the show. God damn it.
Peace out.
Yeah.
I sit on everything, but I thought sit for everything was a
Have you tried standing?
Yes. It's not uncomfortable. It's just not what I'm used to.
Okay. It's like a routine kind of thing.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm all about my routine.
I understand. I've tried the sitting thing. I just can't. It doesn't seem as efficient to me. I don't know.
So when you stand, do you go from the back or from the front?
Well, you reach around like this. Are you trying to set me up to say that?
Nope. No, you did yourself with that one.
Okay. But yeah, you stand up and you got to get a little bend in the knees and just you reach around and obviously you go from front to back, like everybody. If you don't, you're a monster.
Right. That's just crossing the line.
Right. Yeah. Those people. But what gives me anxiety isn't pooping in general. That'd be silly. But public pooping. It's not necessarily like, I don't know. There's certain rules for guys in public restrooms anyway. Like at the urinals, like you always leave a spot in between and that kind of thing. What gives me anxiety is the stalls when I actually do have to poop, and I'm not 100% sure that thing is latched.
Yep.
That's what gives me anxiety, because I have been walked in on twice since I've lived here pooping in public.
Are you just so anxious that you forget to latch it?
No. So one was at the Phoenix Suns is the basketball team here, and there's a Hardee's like connected to their arena. And we went to a baseball game that's right by there, and I'm like, all right, we gotta stop. I gotta go poop. Went into this Hardee's. They have like just the one stall bathroom. So like you just go in, lock the door. I went in and I'm like, this door it's not gonna be locked. It's not locked. I already know. Like if somebody tries to open it, it's coming wide open. They're just gonna see everything.
Yeah.
And what do you know, like 5 minutes in, this fucking little kid just opens the door. I'm like, yep. Taking care of business in here. Let's just close it and keep on going. That one wasn't as bad. The one that was really bad was we were at a mall, and I was in the stall. I think there's only one stall, but there were a bunch of urinals. So I was in the stall, and I closed the door, and you know when it's not going to latch right, when somebody can get in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, not latched. Not latched good. What's that?
Why didn't you go to a different one?
Because there's only one stall. There's only one pooper in the whole bathroom. Oh. And so I hear a couple guys walk in. I'm like, oh shit, just go to the urinal. Go to the urinal. Sure enough, shove the door wide open. I'm sitting there pooping, but then he just turns around and walks out. And it's one of like the deep stalls. So like I can't like reach the door. So he just leaves the door wide open and just turns around and walks away.
Well, he knew you had to stand to wipe anyway, so you'd get to it eventually.
He didn't know I was a stander. I don't put a sign on the stall when I go in. Hey, this is a stander in here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an awkward situation to find yourself caught up in anyway. Do you risk watching them poop a little bit longer and reach in and close the door, or do you just leave it? I was kind of insulted that he left it open, but I can see both ways.
Yeah, he was probably a little embarrassed because he walked in on you. He's shaking his head saying Jesus Christ as he walked away.
Yeah.
But have you ever had anyone tap your foot underneath the stall?
I have not.
No 2 fingers like under the stall?
That seems like something that you would do, though.
I'd do it to mess with someone, but I wouldn't. It's like those videos you see where that guy standing there with a water bottle and he squirts it on some guy's foot.
Would you only do it to somebody you knew, or would you do it to a stranger?
Somebody I knew, probably.
Yeah, that's probably for best.
Yeah.
You never know. You can't tell from that shoe how big a guy that is. He might beat your ass.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That'd be the first thing that I'd think of. Like, I'm not gonna do this. He's gonna kick my ass.
Yeah. One of my friends, I didn't even see him walk into the bathroom, and he went into the stall next to me and started tapping my foot with his foot, and it freaked the shit out of me until I recognized this shoe.
Oh, that's ballsy of him. Did he know that you were in that stall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was standing at a urinal though, so that's why.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's fine. I understand. He got you then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh, so do you have any anxiety like that in public pooping or anything else?
Oh yeah, I can't even go at work.
No?
I will hold it and be miserable unless it's an absolute necessity.
See, our poopers at work they have good latches, so I don't have to worry about that. And to me, there's nothing more satisfying than pooping while you're on the clock. Just knowing that you're getting paid to poop. Yeah. I enjoy that feeling.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, I don't have that much time between clients, so
that's true. It's a little bit different for you, I guess.
Yeah. I don't want to rush through it. I want to just relax.
Right. Yeah, I'll take my phone in there and go through stuff,
Yeah.
go through Facebook, and hell yeah, I'm getting paid still. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. You're just going to take one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shit, but I don't give one.
Yep.
Tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
Here's something else that it shouldn't give me anxiety, but one day at work, I had one of my coworkers. He had his phone. I can't even remember what he was showing me, but he was showing me pictures on his phone for whatever reason, which is a bad start to begin with, because I don't have anything on my phone.
Yeah.
But I still don't want to show anybody anything on my phone. Just in case there's something that I may have missed one day or something. I don't know.
Yep.
But so he has his phone and he's showing me pictures, but he's like
Wilson
through them. Yeah, he's flipping through his pictures, and I'm like, oh god. And then he goes to pictures, and they're like what they looked like were like before pictures of him like with his shirt off and like taking pictures of himself in the mirror. And yeah, and then like right away he's like, oop, like closes. But I'm like, what? You asked for that. You got really aggressive, flipping through your pictures. What did you expect to happen?
Mm-hmm. I had this old creepy gay guy one time doing that on his camera. And he's like, look at these beautiful flowers. Oh, there's me naked on the end of the bed. Oh, sorry. And I'm like, oh my God. It's in the middle of the salon. That was awesome.
Really? Did you have anxiety while he was doing it? Because while he was flipping through pictures, I'm like, no, you got to stop this.
You're holding your breath the entire time.
Yeah. You don't know what people are fucked up, man. You don't know what you're going to see on there.
Yeah.
Jacob Ahee with a Fox butt plug. You don't know.
Yeah. All like posed to perfection, being all perky.
I mean, it'd be amazing to see, but you're not expecting it.
I still don't think he'd do it. Have you seen the picture of him in the sexy beekeeper outfit yet?
No. I don't. He took a hard stance on that.
Yep.
I don't know why, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I was down for my part. I feel like I had the worst part of it, really.
Yeah, you did.
And I was prepared to take one for the team, but quite literally.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah. Where did you get those?
Amazon.
Okay. So if you don't listen to Cold Sweats podcast, first of all, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Second of all, TJ gifted Cold Sweats podcast some furry animal tail butt plugs.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
It is. And I actually really enjoy going into like the brick and mortar like shops like that sell that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And just kind of looking around and like people watching and checking out who. I found a really nice one down here. Actually, it's like most of them are kind of shady, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found one that's really nice down here, and like, I never buy anything. I just go into like it's just like for shits and giggles. But do you ever do that? I know there's some in Des Moines.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to one, maybe Romantics in Des Moines, and it's not bad, but it's still kind of shady.
Yeah. They are pretty shady. Sometimes it's just best to know what you need, go and get it, and leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When I was a sophomore in college, and I was actually down in Tucson, Arizona for our spring baseball trip, and my mom came down and she had a rental car. So for whatever reason, she let a bunch of baseball players take her rental car and go out in Tucson. We went out to eat. And on the way back to our hotel, we saw like a sex store, and we're like, "Well, fuck it, we got to stop just to see what's going on."
Yeah, why not?
And let me tell you what: don't ever go to one of those places in Tucson. It was first thing we walked in, and it was one of the places that had like the peep show thing in the back, kinda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we walk in, and right away, one of the girls from the back comes storming out, and like you can tell she's pissed. We don't know what's going on. She's saying stuff, and I'm not even paying attention. I'm like, we should probably not be here. She goes back into like their private area, and then a little bit later, this Mexican guy comes out, and then he just gets reamed by the guy at like the cash register because apparently, I wouldn't know this. I've never been back there, but in the peep show area, they make their money from tips apparently.
Oh,
and not that kind, the money tip.
Yep. I'm sure with him he didn't really have much of one.
What'd you say?
I'm sure with him he didn't really have much of one anyway, so that's probably why she was pissed.
Yeah, it's a possibility. But apparently he wasn't tipping her, and so she was getting pissed that she was putting on this show for him, and she wasn't getting anything in return. So that's how that did. And then some of the guys I had been with had never been into one of these places before, so then they're like pulling all the shit down and looking at it and touch. I'm like, I think if you play with it, you have to buy it. I don't know. It's like an unwritten rule.
So that guy gently puts down the fist.
He's like, no, I'm getting this one. I'm getting this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little smaller than I'm used to, but it'll do.
I'll name it Sheila.
Oh, but yeah, I always get a kick out of going to those. I think I like it.
One time, every year my aunt comes up for EMT training, and one of her girlfriends came up with her, and so we all went. I took her out to all the gay bars in Des Moines, and then she goes, "Let's take her to the porn store she's never been. It'll be so funny to watch." And we're like, "Okay, why not?" So we walk in, and this woman's eyes get really big, and she goes, "Oh my God, it's like a Walmart for dildos." And I was laughing so hard, I had to turn around and walk out.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. So how you ended up buying those butt plugs for us is that Casey had shown us the My Little Pony butt plugs. I think that's how it got started. Well, when I was at this really nice one, this nice store down here, I actually saw the actual My Little Pony one with like the horse tails.
Did you buy it?
I didn't. I didn't. See, that's the problem. In the stores, they mark everything up so much, so then you just got to go to the store and find it.
Yeah.
And then go on Amazon and buy it.
Yep. My recommendations for you on Amazon Prime are pretty interesting now after buying that.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yep.
Oh man. So let's see. One more. Here's another thing with the phone that from work that gave me a little bit of anxiety too. Is I had this older guy who he's had 3 wives.
Okay.
Been divorced 3 times. He's on but he's on like dating sites.
Okay.
So like the Plenty of Fish and all that kind of stuff, and he has the apps on his phone. I know this because he always asks me for help with his phone, and also shows me the girls that he matches with on his dating sites.
Like he says he matches with, or he just takes screenshots of the girls he thinks are pretty?
Well, like he's like, no, I don't know how it works. I don't know if they favorite you or how it works exactly, but I think these are people that had actually like picked him, however, favorited him or whatever. But I don't have he's probably in his 60s.
Okay.
Somewhere on there, like gray hair, can't hear a goddamn thing in the world. He needs hearing aids, but he said they're too expensive. He's not going to buy them. So like literally you have to yell at him for him to hear anything. But there were actually some decent looking girls that were on there, and I didn't have a heart to tell him that they were probably not real. Like
chances are they're fake.
Take a look at this chick. She's pretty hot. I'm like, yeah, she is. She's pretty cute, but she's not real.
He's getting catfished right and left.
Yeah, I think so. But his 3rd ex-wife, he was married to for 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, but here's the weird thing. They still hang out and like go on dates and stuff now.
Maybe they're meant to be married.
I don't know. I've tried to ask him questions about it. Like at what point did you know, like, why did you get divorced 3 times? Like, why do you want to keep getting married again? And he he doesn't want to answer at all. And so I think that's a bad sign for him. Like maybe he cheated or something. I don't know if he doesn't want to tell me. But yeah, man, I don't know. It seems like a really, really sad existence.
Yeah, that would be hard. I feel like, well, one of the girls at the salon, she has a guy that's like that too. And he just kind of bounces around and it's awkward. Yeah. His stories are good though.
So it's one of her clients that comes in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anybody like that? Any interesting clients that you have, regulars?
Oh, I have a ton of interesting clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you have a good story off the top of your head?
I feel like if I post this link on Facebook, they're gonna watch it, so I can't really say.
Dr. Page.
Yep.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
But they'll be in my tell-all book, so I'll change their names, and that'll be easier.
Good. Let's see. What is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, when we were chatting earlier, trying to set this up, I feel like you have a lot of balls going on this weekend.
That's true.
A lot of balls in the air.
To be fair, I always have a lot of balls. Ask anybody you want, they'll tell you one thing. First word that comes to mind when they say my name, balls.
Denver Bunker, balls.
Yep, exactly. But anybody that really knows me, I am a big baseball guy. And so, yeah, spring training is coming to an end. And before spring training started, I had wanted to go to every spring training stadium down here.
Yeah.
And so far, I've been to 3. And so that's not very good. So I am going to a game tonight, which is Friday, a game on Saturday, a game on Sunday, and then another game on Tuesday. So yeah, lots of balls that they're going to be hit by long things. People are going to hold them in their hands, and they even wear gloves to hold them.
Well, some sweat dripping on the balls.
That's a good possibility because it is hot down here.
Yeah, but you've got the biggest balls of them all, right?
That's right. That's on my resume.
Yeah. One of my clients is actually down there. His in-laws live there, so they went for Easter, but he and his father-in-law are going to the spring training stuff too. Oh yeah. Even if you don't like baseball, that's what Jacob, one of my co-hosts from Colts West, he came down and visited for about a week, and he's not a baseball guy. Like he likes to watch Iowa State basketball and all that, but that's the nice thing about spring training baseball is that it's not really about the game because the game doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But it's more about just like the atmosphere and basically just getting drunk and sitting there and hanging out with people because we always sit on in spring training. All the stadiums have lawns in the outfield. Oh, nice.
So you just buy like an $8 lawn seat and it's just like general admission, and then you just sit on grass and drink beer and watch a game. That's fun. Yeah, it's lots of fun. I think everybody needs to experience spring training at least once in their life. Yeah. Last summer, a bunch of us went to the iCubs game. Oh, yeah. And we were sitting out by the scoreboard in the outfield, and one of the guys took his shirt off, and I go, "You're going to get hit with a stray ball." And literally, we're standing there, and we hear a smack, and he's like, "Oh, my God," and a ball bounces off of his back. Seriously? As he got hit by a stray ball. Oh, was it like during batting practice or the actual game? The actual game. That's impressive. Yeah, and then some kid came up and took it and ran off, and I'm like, you should at least like go beat the crap out of that kid to get that ball back. That's the worst. Yeah. I have a story kind of like that. That's not good for me at all. But again, when I was a freshman and we were in Tucson, they had spring training games in Tucson at that time, and so a bunch of us went to one, and we were there early for BP, and we were sitting past the outfield fence in the lawn area. And now we weren't paying attention because the game wasn't going on. We were just talking. Well, somebody hit a ball, and it came, and it wasn't a home run, but it hit like kind of by the fence and then hopped up over the fence. And then I turned my head just in time to get smoked right on the chin by a ball. And yeah, like I was fine, but they had to they're required to write a report about anybody that gets hit by a ball or anything like that. So yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. Balls on the chin can be nice, but you got to be gentle about it.
Right. You don't want it coming in there that aggressive.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, no, don't want that. And it wasn't even a happy ending, really.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Nobody was smiling after that one.
No, besides everybody just laughing at me.
Yep.
Well, this has been awesome. I've had a very good time.
Me too.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your wired deer heads with me.
Yeah, and the clock that fell off the wall, apparently.
Yes.
I've always said that this apartment's haunted, so that just seals the deal.
I'm going to say, yeah, you might have ghosts. Maybe we need to do an episode of Cold Sweats in your apartment.
Yeah, I keep telling everyone the next time you're in town, come over. We'll all go out downtown.
We're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to be on Nothing's Too Weird as well next time I'm home, which I don't know when that'll be, but apparently I'll be in Des Moines. Nothing's Too Weird. Going to record. Going to get my hair cut by you. We're going to find a ghost in your apartment, and then we're going to go out and get drunk.
Yep. And actually, the Chewbacca Barber lives directly below where I'm sitting.
This is what I hear. I've always known that he was a bottom.
Yep. And I confirmed it.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for doing the dirty work for us. I mean, somebody had to do it.
Yep. I'll be the Cold Sweats investigative reporter.
We appreciate that. Very much. If you don't already, you should listen to Cold Sweats podcast. You're watching this video on their YouTube page already, so why the fuck aren't you listening to the podcast? You dummies.
Go like them on Facebook.
Listen to that. What's that?
Go like them on Facebook.
Exactly. Like us on Facebook. We're on iTunes. Leave us reviews and all that kind of shiz. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like this video. Leave us comments. Tell TJ how good his hair looks compared to mine.
They need a side by side.
What's that?
They need a side by side.
We should. We do. Maybe I can pull pictures from the video and we can do something. Listen to Nothing's Too Weird. That's how TJ knows of us, through Casey, who's the host of that. Hope her and Scott are having fun in Detroit right now, I believe. I sent her an email because she was complaining on the last episode that nobody emails her. So I emailed her and she said she was getting ready to get on the plane, I believe. So hope they're having fun there. Listen to their podcast. It's great. And it's all over. Just fucking, you know how to work the computer. Get on there and Google it, you dummies. But TJ, thank you again very much. I'm going to have to have you back again.
Definitely.
And, until next time, don't forget to tip your server.